Well, the weather is not looking good today. We're expecting the downpours to continue into today's sprint. This will make for some very tricky conditions for all the teams. The ever-tightening turns of 1 and 2 will prove tricky in the slippery conditions here in Shanghai, and anyone that slides wide will lose a lot of time getting back on track. Turn 14 should still be the best place for overtaking, but we'll have to see some improvement in the weather before the drivers can take advantage of that DRS assistance. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Sainz, Phillips, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Stroll, Russell, Ocon, Gasly, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Albon, Hülkenberg, Joe, Magnussen, Bottas and Logan Sargent. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish, but let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Big pressure at the start of the race, Crofty, for all of them up and down the grid, no matter where you are. But the drivers these days, they practice, practice and practice. They have rigs with them at the circuit where they can sit down with the actual steering wheel from the real car, and they've got lights that they react to. The clutch paddle is tailored around the driver's hands, around their fingers, so they can have optimum position before they start. So there's so much thought and effort that goes into getting these cars off the line.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want you to bog down. We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly. That start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you. Brilliant, nice move, keep going. Forecast is 5 or 10 minutes more of rain before it starts to dry up. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Tyre condition still looking good. track's going to be drying out quite soon. Be careful you don't burn out your tyres. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Okay, gap to the car in front. 3.6 seconds. Tyre situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now. Not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet. Gap to your teammate ahead, 6.5 seconds. Okay, gap ahead, 2.6 seconds. Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Max is in the pits. Max in the pits. Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres. Piastri has just set the fastest lap of the race. Running low on ERS. Reminder that you can play around with ERS modes in the MFD or lift sometimes and ease onto the brake pedal for some manual recharge. Car ahead's come in to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. And gap to the car in front, 4.3 seconds. Next up is one of the McLarens, come on. Okay, we lost the position, try to keep focus. green flag. Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap. Top job, mate, top job, yes! I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but man, you pulled through. Thank you, well done.
Well, that's an end to the sprint action. Next up, we'll set the grid for the Grand Prix. So we'll see you next time.